Good morning, guys. It's Saturday the 10th of October 2020. So this is the second video about health issues basically, and around what's happening with the health side of things. This is sort of separate from the allotment, this one. So at this moment you probably haven't even seen the first video, but that will be going up shortly. So a bit of an update on the health side of things. I did contact the doctor regarding Champix tablets to help me stop the smoking. Now, today being Saturday is the day that I step up the medication. So I've been on one tablet for 3 days. By the time I got an assessment by a doctor over the phone, got the prescription, went to collect this prescription that day, only to be told they didn't have the medication in, and it would be the following day before I got it. So by the time I got it the following day, it was sort of 5 p.m. at night. So I thought there's no point in starting at this late in the day, because if I have any side effects, I want to be able to deal with them. Because they do have some side effects, and they affect some people more than others, which I'm going to come on to in a moment. So I decided I wouldn't take the tablet at 5 p.m. that day, because if I did have any side effects, I wanted to be in a position to deal with those side effects. So we waited until the following morning. Now, I'd seen a few videos on YouTube, and I'd done quite a bit of research on the internet about Champix. And one of the very, very common side effects is it will make you feel sick. And so some people had combated that by having a full 1 pint of water with the tablet and a breakfast or something like that. Now, it does say you can take them with or without food, but that you should have at least a full glass of water or a pint of water. And that does help with the sickness, apparently. So the moral of the story is the following morning, being the Wednesday by this time, I took the first tablet, thought nothing about it, and went back to the room where I work from home. Cracked on with my job, started getting on with my work, and about an hour in I felt really lightheaded, like a bit high. If you haven't had a cigarette for several hours and then you have a cigarette, you get a bit of a high. So it felt like that. But the strange thing was, it wouldn't go away. It was just permanently and constantly there. It wasn't an unpleasant feeling. But I'm trying to make this video, this vlog, as honest as I can around whether Champix does actually work or not. And we'll get a conclusion as the weeks go by, guys. So I felt a little bit high, but that was actually quite pleasant, and I was in a really good mood all day. Didn't make me have any extra energy levels or anything like that, but it made me feel quite good that day. So everything was tickety-boo until about 6 p.m. at night. And then all of a sudden I felt really, really, really ill. And I mean, oh, it was terrible. But please don't be put off by this. Bear with me and hear me out. And this sickness feeling went on for about 45 minutes. And at about the 40-minute stage, I thought to myself, if this is what these tablets are going to do to me, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to be able to take them. And it was like somebody just flicked the light switch. No sooner had I thought that, the sickness just went away. And I mean instantly. And I didn't feel sick anymore. It was really, really strange and really weird. Anyways, so we're on to day 2 now. This is Thursday. Takes the tablet, 7 a.m. in the morning, full glass of water, no breakfast, but I had my breakfast about maybe an hour or so later. No lightheadedness, no sickly feeling, no symptoms, no side effects whatsoever. Got right through the day, no side effects. Oh, I might add, on day 1 of taking the tablets, which was the Wednesday, I did struggle to sleep on the Wednesday night. But on the Thursday night, I slept like a baby. So yeah. So we're now going to day 3, which was Friday, yesterday. So Friday, 7 a.m, we took the tablet again, full pint of water. An hour later, we had some breakfast. Again, no side effects, no lightheadedness, no feeling sick. Went to bed last night, about 9 p.m, and slept right through until 8 a.m. this morning. No side effects again. Today being Saturday, took my tablet as soon as I got up, round about 8:30, got a full glass of water, then had my breakfast, half hour later. And so far, so good, no side effects. But today's the day that we step up the medication, so we have 2 today. So I've only had the 1. So far, you're going to ask me, well, are they working? Do they stop you smoking? And so far, the answer to that is no. I have actually reduced the amount I've smoked, and it seems like you can go longer between cigarettes without even thinking about it. Whether that's just as a result of working again from home, or whether the tablets are actually playing a part in that, I really don't know. And hence this video. So we're on day 4 now, guys, which is the day we step up. So you take 0.5 milligram on the Monday, 0.5 milligram on the Tuesday, 0.5 milligram on the Wednesday, or this is depending on when you start your course, of course. Today you go to 0.5 milligram in the morning and 0.5 milligram at night, and you do that for 4 days. Then you move on to the next course, which is steps up to 1 milligram in the morning and 1 milligram at night. And apparently that's when it appears to, with most people, to take the effect. So I've another 4 days approximately to sort of get to that stage. Now it may hit me sooner, or it might not actually hit me as soon as that. Some people have actually smoked on Champix and continue to smoke for 3-4 weeks before they finally stopped. Everybody's an individual. I might add at this point, my son Tony is doing exceptionally well. He's now on day 8 of no smoking. Now, I'm fully aware that this isn't a fix-all for everybody and everything. It's a medicine designed to help you to quit smoking. It won't do it for you. And you do need an element of willpower as well. You've got to stop yourself. And this has also been confirmed by my son Tony. He hasn't actually been tempted to smoke, but it's the old habit syndrome where when you've done something, like you've done a bit of work, you think, right, after I've done that, I'll have a cigarette, and you reach in your pocket to get the cigarettes. It's that sort of thing, just like an automatic reaction, if you will. Because you've done it for so many years, it's just habitual. Smoking is not a habit, but the everything that goes with it is just automatically reaching, doing it without even thinking. So he does still have to, he does still get these occasional thoughts when he'll just reach in his pocket for his cigarettes, and of course he hasn't got any, and he doesn't take any with him for to be tempted. He goes to work without any cigarettes or anything like that. In fact, he hasn't got any in the house. And that's the way to do it. That's absolutely the way to do it. The mistake I made on my last attempt when I went cold turkey was I had 2 left in a packet, and they were up on the shelf. Now my wife smokes as well, Louise. Excuse me. So it might be a little more difficult for me. However, Tony said he stood around people who smoke at work, and if anything, it's just confirmed how disgusting they are and the bad smells and everything. So guys, I'm going to keep you a bit of an update on this, and we'll see exactly what it does, if anything, for me. And I'll give you my honest opinion on side effects, if any, or none, if there isn't any. Everybody is affected differently, of course, though, and everybody's made differently. But I'll just give you my experience. Like I said, so far it hasn't stopped me wanting a cigarette. Occasionally, however, the number that I smoke in a day has came down. Not massively, but significantly enough. As much as 6 less a day, which is really, really good. So it's a start. And I do believe that it is possibly the tablets that's letting me go a longer period before needing a cigarette. So guys, I'm babbling on, but I just want to try and give you an honest opinion of do Champix actually work? And if so, what is the process? How long does it take, in my case, before I suddenly decide no more, never again, and hoping that that's the stage I'll reach? I do fully understand I will need to use this because smoking is 90% a mental game. And you constantly have to fight your conscience when you decide you want a cigarette. And I know this from doing it cold turkey. And but what I can tell you is the last time I did try, and I got 14 days down the line without any aids whatsoever. Even in spite of, I didn't even do as well with, but I read a book, and for what it's worth, guys, it might be worth you reading this if you're interested in stopping smoking. You really want to stop smoking. And I'm going to recommend this book purely and simply because it taught me the nicotine trap and how you fall into it and how you can try to avoid things. So for what it's worth, guys, Alan Carr's The Easy Way to Quit Smoking. It's on Amazon and it's all over the place. This is not a promotional video. This is from my own personal experience. I read that book, and after I read that book, that was the time, and the only time in my life I managed to go more than 24 hours without a cigarette, and it was all with that. However, it was the wrong way to go about it. I was using willpower, but you can do it without using willpower, according to the book. But there's something in that book I'm just not quite grasping. But for what it's worth, it's a really good read, and it's pennies, and you'll get a great laugh out of it as well. It's a very, very funny book. But what I can tell you is after that 14 days, before I made that stupid mistake, is I was starting to feel amazing. Food, even a slice of buttered bread tasted amazing. It really did. My cups of tea were much nicer. My cups of coffee was much nicer. My food was much nicer. I could breathe. I could get upstairs without being out of breath. And now I know what you're all going to say. You're going to say, well, if you've done it once and you know what the benefits were, why can't you do it again? And I really can't answer that. I did read the book again, not once, but twice. And I had several goes at trying to do it again. And for some inexplicable reason, I just couldn't get 24 hours down the line. Now, weak-willed, whatever it is, call it what you want. Only people who smoke will actually know what this is all about. But yeah, I couldn't get 24 hours down the line. No matter how hard I tried to use my willpower or restrain myself, I just couldn't do it. And hence the reason why I've gone to the doctor for Champix. If they can take away those cravings, then I'll have a fighting chance to use the willpower to stop the little and reaching for a cigarette, etc, etc, etc. Anyways, guys, I think that's enough for this video. Just to let you know, I'm on day 4. Today's the day we step up. And the next update we'll give you is once we've been on the upgraded medication, side effects or not, whether I feel any different, whether the smoking slows down, increases, etc. I might add one thing at this point. It's very, very strange, and I found this really puzzling. But my son Tony turned around and he told me the day before he stopped smoking, he smoked more than he'd ever smoked in a day. And he thought, these tablets definitely are not working. But he got up the next morning and persevered and took his next tablet. He lit a cigarette that day after his tablet. He took 3 drags out of the fag, threw it away. And he said, I don't even want that. And he's never smoked since. he's got the little old habits where you reach in your pocket or you look in the glove box in the car or whatever, but he's never been tempted to go to the shop and buy a packet of cigarettes or tobacco or anything. And I'm really proud of him. I really am. So I'm daily hoping this, and he actually told me it was easy. I'll find it hard to believe, but the proof will be in the pudding. And maybe everybody's different. Maybe it was easy for him. But he has phoned me once or twice saying he'd had a couple of thoughts about, you know, nothing major, but to say I was working away, and then all of a sudden I'd think, oh, I'll have a fag now. And he'd put his hand in his pocket and think, oh, I haven't got any fags, so I won't have a cigarette. And he'd just carry on working and it would go away. But he said it was easy to do that. So that's what we need. That's exactly what we need as smokers. So for now, guys, I'm going to sign off. If you haven't already thought about contacting the doctor and you're serious about smoking, 2 recommendations. One is to read Alan Carr's Easy Way to Stop Smoking on Amazon. You can download it as an ebook and read it. I couldn't put it down once I started reading it. It was really, really good. But there is a secret to this as well, guys. You've got to want to stop smoking. It's no good saying, well, I enjoy a cigarette, so but if I read this book, I'm going to stop smoking, or if I take these tablets, I'm going to stop smoking. Because the truth of the matter is that nobody really enjoys smoking. We think we do. It's an illusion. So guys, for now, I'm going to end it here, and we'll give you an update in a few days' time once we know a bit more about how these tablets work. Thanks for watching and staying with me, and watch out for the next video. Stay safe, everybody.